they will put a list out and say, don't take me here. But if you respond with, well, have you been there? Ruth Chris, Fleming's, Capitol Grill, those kind of places. Oh, no, I've never been there before. So how the hell you go tell me this is beneath you?
And you ain't never been.
But your cultural palate ain't there. And that's what I'm basing it off of.
Come on
that's
now.
What I'm basing it off of.
Come on now.
Your cultural palate.
You got
And you know when somebody ain't never been nowhere because they take a picture and when they get there. If you taking pictures, well, y'all listen to me real quick, yo.
Look at the camera.
Listen to me real quick, yo. I know what type of person and I know what type of level you on if you got to take a picture of where you eating, bro. If you got to take a picture at the restaurant, if you got to take a picture of the food, if you got to, I know you ain't never been nowhere.
Right.
You ain't never been nowhere because if you been there, what's that saying we used to have in sports? Nigga score, you get too much celebration. Act like you been here before.
Act like you been here.
Act like you been here before. You ain't been here before. Come on, baby. I'm not taking you here. You're not.
Yo, welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex. The podcast where men can have a safe space. We on all platforms. You need to tune in, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Welcome to Melody, the podcast where men can have a safe space. Welcome to Melody. Welcome to the cave with Mel, Troy, and Lex.
Go on, man. Keep it pushing.
Hey, you know what's going on, man? It's your boy Melly Mel, a.k.a. Melly Badass, a.k.a. Meek Mel, a.k.a. your favorite truth teller, a.k.a. if you don't want to know, don't ask me. You know what's going on, man. I'm back in the building, man.
It's your boy T. Roy, a.k.a. your neighborhood hope dealer. If you need some hope to borrow, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow.
Share.
And share. What it do, though? It's your boy, Dr. Life Coach Lace, a.k.a. NBA Old Boy, a.k.a. I'm him, a.k.a. that's hella plausible, a.k.a. I am not a Swiftie.
But are you a Drake head, though?
Not really. Not anymore. He's switching up.
What you mean he's switching up?
What you mean?
He's switching up. I just can't get into what he's put out there recently. I'm just not. It didn't catch my eye, if that makes sense.
I feel like he's been very consistent. I think that's one of the things that I like about him the most. He ain't trying to be nobody than who he is. I mean, we kind of know what to expect. Subject matter wise, we kind of know what to expect.
Correct.
We know we're gonna get bars. We always gonna get bars.
It just didn't. You know what I mean? For me, I'm still.
We did not get many bars.
In this
I'm sorry, Lace. I didn't mean to cut you off.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think we got many bars, but for me, Drake, his evolution is become watered down to an extent. Like he just putting out music rather than being intentional about the project. Now the track he got with J. Cole, rock with that. You know, it's a few tracks on there that I do like, but I have not listened to the whole album start
and
to
the
finish.
North Carolina native murdered him on his own track, bro.
He did.
So that's where I'm at with Drake though. But I'm also curious, you know what I'm saying, if he baby daddy of Sexy Red, you know what I'm saying? So the more I think about that, the more I'm just like,
I
yo,
did hear
he
that
ain't
in the
got no
street.
type.
Then
I did hear that in the
makes
street.
a lot of sense.
I heard that in the street. He don't got no type, and that's fine. You know, he ain't got no type.
He technically do. Y'all said this before. He do got a type. He like light-skinned Jones.
She not
No, she not
light-skinned.
light-skinned.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't think that is plausible.
I don't think he has a type in the like when it comes to skin color, but I think he has a type in the sense of like who's hot or who's relevant. I think that he'll quickly attach himself to
For
someone
sure.
that's relevant.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I think in that aspect, yes, he has a type. Other than that, I think he just
Right.
you know what I'm saying. But I
you
think
ain't
there was
never-
definitely bars in this album though.
There was
Minimal.
There were hella
minimal
bars.
bars.
You only listened to 2.
And from what I heard, minimal.
I think what
Bro.
the issue is people's expectations was high. I'll admit my expectations was high as hell. When I heard the title of the album, I
For my dogs.
was like, hey,
This
I get
album
to be
for-
toxic for the rest of the year. I was like, hey, this joint about to give me a whole bunch of IG captions that I can use when I want to be ignorant. And so I just had a different vibe. I thought he was going to come just pause. Dang. I thought he was going to show up more just more on some like y'all niggas ain't me like type of thing. And it was real just very a lot of tracks just felt like
It's for TikTok.
I feel like it was petty
Yeah.
sassiness to a degree, or like TikTok music, as you
He
would say.
made a lot of TikTok music, bro, and he definitely lost me when he hit me with the. I typed in my phone. I typed in Dean, Claudine, Nadine, Shade. I was like, hey, bro. First of all,
There was
you type-
Brenda Letitia, Linda Felicia.
but that was fire though.
About
LaShawn.
3 kills.
About 3 kills.
About 3 kills.
But listen, if you gonna type in your phone, search Dean, like, come on, man. If you type in Nadine and I think he said type
First
in
of all,
Nadine.
who with broad's name Nadine? Like, cut it out.
You
She
can't
got
control
Cut it
people's
out,
name.
bruh. Cut it out. Nah, it's a
You
no for
can't
me,
control
dog.
people's name.
No, but what I saw a lot of TikTok music. Like, first of all, I want to say this to everybody who watches Manly Deeds, listen to Manly Deeds. When we were setting up today, Melvin's song was "Shake That Thing" for Drake, "Shake It" for me. He sang that
Been
all.
that. Oh,
Hella plausible.
let that she breathe.
That's
Hella
all I kept
plausible.
thinking when we were
Hey.
setting up today.
That's a bop.
It ain't gonna lie,
That's a bop.
That's a bop.
And that's how I know.
That is a bop.
That's how I know. In the comforts of his own home and car, he was definitely going hard on Booty Hole Brown.
That was
He was definitely going hard Booty Hole Brown.
Oh my gosh. But it's a lot of that on there. And he was introducing people that I had never heard of. But Drake's known for that.
He is.
He's known for putting cats on Amigos. I mean, Amigos was popping, but until that Versace verse that Drake put out, come on, man.
No, they had a couple little. No, you crazy,
Get
bro.
out of here with that.
Migos had a couple
But
before
when
Drake got on
he
that.
did
joint.
his Versace verse,
Drake got on that because Migos did have
Correct.
a couple hits
and
before
he
that.
murdered that joint. And
He
he
did.
murdered the Lil Baby joint.
The dad, she did. My schedule is busy. A head in the hoodie. My shorty
He
a goodie.
took off on that joint.
But the thing, and that's why I said he has moments.
He has moments.
Since the inception of Drake, when Drake first dropped, everything was like, yo, he next up.
Yes, most definitely.
Since then, like I said, he picks certain spots. Yes, he showcases, okay, this is the skill set. This is why we
Yes.
love Drake for
Yes.
what he put out there, but it's not as consistent as it was, in my opinion.
There has been a lot of commentary on it. I really love Drake bars. I like it when he raps. I know y'all looked at each other to see if that was a plausible moment. You think you slick. You think you slick. He looked for validity.
He did. He
looked
did.
for validity.
He
He was like, hold on, is that a
Is that a
I saw it out the corner of my
I was
periphery.
like,
I really like it when he raps, man. Like when he opened up the last album with Champagne Dreams. Well, I forgot the name of the song, but when he opened up with, I was like, yo, yes, I hope this whole album is like that. Nothing like. Well, it was kind of sort of like that. Now, 8 a.m. in Charlotte, I appreciate
if
that.
there's a
Yeah.
I
timestamp,
appreciate that.
if there's a timestamp in a city,
you know
you know what's
good.
good. You know what's good. You know what's
it's a
happening.
good night.
You know what's
It's gonna be a
happening.
You know it's a good night.
When he dropped that, yeah,
You know it's a good
timestamp and city, game time.
yes.
My biggest gripe with the album was that I just felt like it was too long. I felt like if he had
Yes.
cut like 6 or 7 of them,
Then
and just
maybe
took
that-
the other,
yeah,
it would
yeah,
have
it could've
been
been a classic.
It would have
Yeah,
been. I just feel like it was too long because I think the last album he made that felt that long was probably Take Care a long time ago.
Mhm.
But that joint hit through the whole. You know what I'm saying?
Scorpion was a double disc, but I actually like Scorpion though. Scorpion had God's Plan on it, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's the only track you remember from the double disc.
I
Yeah.
mean, I
Exactly.
haven't,
That's
y'all
what I'm
gotta
saying.
chill.
I
That's
haven't
what-
resurrected an album in a while.
Y'all
That
gotta
album
chill
in a
with the
while.
double disc. Y'all put a lot of emphasis on
the-
Mel almost said it too.
I emphasize the S.
Mel almost slipped up and said it too. Oh my
The
God.
belly of the beast. He dropped that. He dropped that.
But yeah,
Oh man.
That's a bop though. I know y'all hating on that joint.
what's that?
A lot of people's hating on that joint.
What's that?
Been that so let that she breathe.
Hey, hopefully
That
some of
joint's a
these,
bop.
some of these
It's a
women will
bop.
take heat to that.
It's got that 90s. It's got that 90s.
Hopefully somebody take heat to that. There's
Hey,
a
man.
message in the music.
There's a message in the music.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I got some Cudi last night.
Hey man, I'm gonna cut that joint out, man.
Hell no, you gonna leave that in there.
I'm gonna cut that out,
Nah,
man.
you gonna leave that in there.
Oh man, what we on today,
That's all.
man? What we on?
What we on today, man?
Well, we talking about dates. We talking about first dates.
Yes,
Yeah,
first
it's
dates.
been a lot of
We talking about dates. We talking
Hey
about
man,
dates.
it's been a lot of talk. First of all, I don't appreciate the talk. You know what I'm saying about taking people out on first dates, like how to. I don't appreciate the lists.
The
okay?
list of
Yeah.
where not to take people.
Of where not to take people
Okay.
on the first date. I don't appreciate it. I got the list right here.
Right.
I want to go. It was 28 different places.
28.
Now some of these, I want to start off by saying I do agree.
Okay.
Who made the list?
That's a good question. We don't know who the originator of it is.
No,
but I
is
got
it,
a
is it
feeling-
a is it a women making lists to men about where not to take them?
I'm
or
pretty
is-
sure
okay.
it's a woman who made it based upon a previous woman's video. If y'all haven't seen it, or if you're watching this late, there was a young lady who went on a date with a young man,
Yeah.
and they pulled up to the Cheesecake Factory. It's their first date, and she was like, "Hey, I'm not a Cheesecake Factory girl for the first date." Okay, saying that Cheesecake Factory is below her, and she is not about to walk up in the joint. Now, some people are saying they don't know if that was staged or not, if it was real, but it seemed like she tried to catch some clout out on it afterwards or whatever. But I'm gonna let you know right now, if I take you to Cheesecake Factory the first date, I'm trying to impress you, okay? I'm gonna let you know right now. If I take you to Cheesecake, I'm trying to impress you right now.
Word.
Cheesecake is good, bro.
I haven't been to Cheesecake Factory in 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
Because you don't like it or what?
No, it's just it doesn't come to mind for me. Like it's not like okay, I'm yearning for some
Yeah,
cheesecake.
and
Factory.
cheesecake is not at the top of my dessert list anyway, so I wouldn't want to go to Cheesecake Factory in general. But the one time I did go to Cheesecake Factory, I don't remember nothing memorable on the menu that would make me want to go back.
Well,
to
the
Cheesecake.
menu.
that is true. That
the
is
menu
true.
is
It's too long.
the
There was
menu
a
is
lot of
hard.
salad on the menu.
Yeah.
I remember that.
the menu is definitely vast. It's a vast menu, but the drinks are good at Cheesecake, and the cheesecake is good.
Okay.
So I don't know if I would choose that for a date per se, but I think it goes back to you got to know who you are engaging this time and energy to.
Sure.
To know your personnel as to where you should go. But I also think too, as we get into the conversation, you have to understand that so a lot of these individuals who are saying, "Oh, don't go to this place, don't go to that place," you can't even keep yourself.
Come on.
So how you gonna get mad at me for taking you to a place that you can't even take yourself?
Somebody said you mad that he took you to Cheesecake Factory, but your whole outfit is from Shein.
You wearing a 1995 outfit, and you too good to eat cheesecake? You pay
She
more.
didn't even have to eat the cheesecake though. That's the whole point.
That's what I'm saying is you pay more in shipping for the outfit. And you mad at where I want to go. Maybe he wanted some cheesecake.
Maybe
you
he
know
wanted
what I'm
some
Maybe he
saying?
wants
cheesecake.
some cheesecake.
But anyway, get to the
Maybe he
list.
thought
We
that
gonna-
was
hold
safe.
on.
Maybe he thought that was safe.
And that's another thing. If I'm paying, don't I get to pick?
I mean, okay. I would say there's layers.
Definitely.
I would say there's
Definitely
layers. I would say there's layers because some women are of the mindset. If you ask me out on a date, have a plan. Like, have a plan on
and
where
that's
to
what
take
it
me and
boils
stuff like
down
that.
to. It's about the plan.
Have
Yes,
a plan
yes.
on where you want to take me. Is don't be asking me technically where I want to go, etc. They
'Cause
kind
that's
of want to
too
see.
easy.
Yeah, they
That's
want to
too
see you
easy.
take some
Okay,
initiative.
okay,
They want to see
okay.
effort.
But then
yeah.
there are some women who would prefer you ask them because they don't want to be subject to
Shorty
maybe
might
something
have
that.
food allergies.
You know what
or
I'm saying?
something. You know what I'm
I
saying?
gotta know what your food allergy
Right.
You
is.
feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
So I think there's layers to that particular situation. But for me in my house,
Yeah.
wherever I pick,
You go find
That's
some
it.
on this joke
if
to
I
eat.
choose Cheesecake Factory, whatever 3 types of cheesecake they bring out, you gonna sample them cheesecake. We gonna get whatever food gonna be here. If you don't want
Yeah.
to do another date after this, I understand. But for
Right.
now, since
But for me, it also goes back to if you can put a list out there of places not to take me because I am above this type of experience. Are you really even trying to get to know me as a person, spend time, chop it up, have conversation, et cetera, et cetera? Because it shouldn't really matter where we break bread.
that's a good point.
You feel me?
Woo!
So if you in it to get to know me,
Yes.
then we can learn
Yes.
about more experiences that you would like to maybe share
True.
together. You know what I'm saying? I tell you a long time ago when I was out there, my pops told me, hey, yo, take it to the Waffle House. If she can't get down with the Waffle House, she ain't for you.
That's a solid.
Let me
That's a
tell you,
solid.
Waffle House is a
Waffle
good
House
time.
is
That's what I'm
good
saying.
that would count
though.
as a date to me.
Now, granted, it was anecdotal.
And that was number 27 on the list.
he
just to
wasn't
let y'all
being
know.
he wasn't being like for real. It was more so think about
Yeah.
who you are committing your time and energy and effort into to make sure that there is an alignment. Because if she can't get down with the little things, how you expect her to be able to appreciate the big
Bong.
things?
Bong. Now let's go ahead and just throw some of these things off. There's 28 places. We're not go through all.
Go through the
28.
list.
Go through
man.
the
We got
list.
time
I mean,
today.
what we got? We ain't got nothing
We
to
got
do.
time.
Let me start off by places I agree with first. Okay, about
Okay.
places you should not take.
Just
somebody.
start with number one.
Number one was cheesecake. Number one was cheesecake.
all right.
Yeah, but I do.
There's
want,
a like top of the list. So I'm assuming that 28 it starts the list and the higher it goes to number one. That's like top.
No, I don't think it's in any.
Okay, no order, just-
chronological-
okay,
but I
okay.
think cheesecake was first because of the
The
young lady.
conversation.
Right, right.
Okay, okay.
But here's some places I do agree with. The first date shouldn't be to the movies.
We talked about that.
I don't believe the first date should be at the movies because how can you get to know somebody like we just not talking about
Yeah.
at a movie? You letting yourself be entertained. There's no interaction between the two. You know what I'm saying? There could be some interaction. You
For
know,
sure.
at a later time. I
Right.
mean, but you don't.
After you fill up with cheesecake.
I'm just saying.
But you just need to. First of all, we need to go on a couple dates to make sure I got some consent.
Facts.
So let's move movies to the back of the list. Maybe
I
maybe
think
like third
movies
or fourth
can
date
be
or
a,
something
movies
like that.
can be a good movies can be a date because we talked about this before.
Yes, it can be.
It can be a
It
good,
can be a date, but not the
dinner,
first
if
date.
dinner follows the movie, I think it can still be a good date because some guys aren't conversational or they don't have the ability to just come up with conversation
Right.
and be entertaining and witty and all that type of stuff. So if we go to a movie first,
Now I got something to
now I
talk
have
about.
something to talk about. I have some baseline to create conversation with.
That's
So I'm
good.
just saying a movie can be
Yes.
a good thing. If it's just a movie and y'all go home, then I agree with you. When do we get to
Right.
know
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other talk? But if there's dinner to follow the movie, then I think the movie could be
Yeah.
a good date.
Another place where I agree should not be a first date, the gym. I don't even know why the
That's
gym
something that's
would
on the
be.
list.
Yeah, it was number 15. That place where you should not. take
Y'all out
somebody-
here inviting never mind.
But there are people who are in the weightlifting community.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to know your personnel.
Yeah.
If you and Shorty, y'all talking or whatever, I work out, you work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, let's just meet at the gym, chop it up, whatever.
Ooh, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, these people who come up with this stuff, they're looking at maybe they're compartmentalizing situations where if that's something that y'all are into, that's a common interest.
Yeah,
Sure.
And that's
So you
different.
can utilize that as a pathway to getting to know each other better.
But I don't meet somebody, and I haven't met anybody new since 2008. Just to let y'all know.
we got you. We got you.
yeah.
I don't think that you meet somebody was like, you chopping it up. Hey, do you want to work out sometimes? Let's go work out this Saturday together. Like, I don't know, unless you are a health instructor,
You mean like a personal trainer?
a personal trainer or something like that. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know if that's the first time, like first place date.
But based on what Lay said though, but if say I met her in the gym, obviously she's a gym rat like me.
Yeah.
So then I think that could be used as
That's what I'm
a
saying.
date.
It's situational.
It's based on
not-
you know what I'm saying, where you meet them.
Another place, church. I don't think
That's not a date.
That's what they put it on. Look, they put it on the list. Don't yell at me.
I
They
ain't gonna
put it
hold
on
you.
me. Now
Churches come through for your boy. Churches come through for your
for
boy.
the first date though.
Yeah.
Walk me through it.
Like, yo, it's revival this week. I know you. You know what I'm saying? I know you love the Lord. I know you love the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Let's go meet at the church, and then we go grab a bite. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I would not do that as a
That
first
ain't-
date.
that ain't
I would
bad.
not do that as a first
That
date.
ain't-
Revival buns is crazy.
Wild.
Revival buns.
It's sad to say, but more than likely, if someone is at the revival, they probably getting revived from being.
Yeah, you feel? Hey, carry on with your list. I ain't mean to.
Here's another place where I do not think you should take your the first date.
first date.
I met you. Let's go to my family reunion. That is not the
That's
place.
yeah,
that's not a date.
yeah.
That's not what
Yeah,
you
I
should
agree
be
with
doing.
that.
That's
I
not
agree
a
with
date.
that.
Should not be doing it because the last thing you want is for you to bring shorty around and you don't even know how you feel about it, and your cousin pull you to the side like, hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I thought I recognized her from somewhere. I called my boy. He said, yeah. The whole football team knew her back in the day.
I feel
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel that. And you don't want to put them in a precarious situation like that. Because
sure.
they don't know you. And they surely possibly don't know your family like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wouldn't do that.
And for dudes, if you are the dude that did run through the whole cheerleading squad, you don't want to show up to Shorty's reunion and you recognize her cousin.
Right.
With somebody that
you want to recognize your old work.
Exactly. You don't want to do that. You want to get hey, what's your last name? Let me do your genealogy real quick.
That's some country.
Do my Googles real quick.
Yo, country people love.
And that's what it is.
Y'all be on that.
That's what it is. I've real talk. I've had situations where we come to a family function, and one year you bring one woman, and like a cousin of mine bring one woman or a man. Next year they got a different woman or a man. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, don't put
First of all, you putting us through something because I'm rooting for you, but it seems like you on a rotation right now.
Hey.
And who really
ain't
being
rotated? Ain't nothing wrong with a little rotation.
Who's really being rotated? These women are you.
Hey.
And I care about my cousins like that. If you feel me.
Oh, okay.
I don't really care who in the rotation.
And that's all I really got for the places that I actually agree with. Denny's, you should never take anybody to Denny's.
Hey, bro.
First of all,
a grand slam in conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't appreciate Denny's service.
You going to Denny's expecting to get?
Okay, but
come on,
hear
bro.
me out.
Man,
Hear me out. Hear me out.
List.
If you go to Denny's and you're not gonna get good service, that's not a good place to take your date.
I didn't come for the service.
Certain places you don't go to.
You don't go to
Waffle.
Waffle House because you like the service at Waffle House, bro.
Tis true.
I came for my grand slam.
Yeah.
Bring me my grand slam. We don't gotta talk. I don't care about your attitude. Long as this food come where it's supposed to come, I don't care.
Now, okay, so let's go down the list. Applebee's.
Okay.
All right.
I think that is a good place for high school kids, maybe college kids. For their first date. Am I lying? High school kid take you to Applebee's? Like, yo.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Unless they want to go for the Dollaritas. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
is the 2 for $20 still a thing? I ain't been Applebee's in forever. Is it 2 for $20 still a thing?
I think it's 2 for $25 or something.
2 can dine for $2.25 or something.
I think it's 2 for something. It's 2 for something.
2 for something. That's a good place for us. A good little high school,
Yeah, I would agree
college
with that.
Broke date.
I would agree with that.
Chipotle, I do believe that is a date location. No, actually, you take Chipotle and leave. I don't really eat in Chipotle.
I've never eaten.
Hey, who
Chipotle.
made this list, bro?
But
what are y'all putting on this list?
They're saying places you should not take.
You should not take shorty on a first date.
It's not places you should.
I know, but I'm just. Have they taken you to Chipotle? I'm just like,
it's from
have you been taking this place?
Whomever's experience.
I think what has happened is there's a common experience of places where people have been and they're like, they don't like it. And regardless if it was the first or the middle or the fifth or whatever, they're just saying, don't do this on the first date.
All right. Go ahead with the list.
Olive Garden, I disagree. Them breadsticks be slapped.
Nigga, the salad.
First of all, pause. Also, the
salad be jumping.
The salad be jumping. I was trying to figure out a way to say it without being paused on that whole joint, but the salad be jumping.
Salad be jumping.
Yeah, it be jumping. The black olives, jalapenos.
Now you taking too far.
No, it's what's in it. I mean, all right, whatever.
You can get it without.
Olive Garden is solid.
Olive Garden is fine. I don't know who made that list, but
your house, I do agree with that.
Why?
For the first date. First of all, I don't know this person. I'm 6'2", but this little lady could be a killer. I don't know.
I agree with
and
that.
I don't want her to know my address. That's another thing. Because I don't even know if it's going to go past the first date.
Right, I feel you. And you got to focus on first date.
First date. You don't know this individual.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Now, if you live in a little small hick town, everybody know where everybody live. It don't really even matter. But even in that, I still don't want you in my house because you could be plotting on me. You tell your little knucklehead cousins, where I live, what I got in my crib,
for sure.
and you break in.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So
All right, that's the angle you taking. All right.
yeah, so not the crib. Any fast food, food chain, I'm with that. I agree. Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, probably not a good first date.
Right.
All right. Red Lobster.
Birthday party. Birthday party.
First of all, okay. Here's a problem. I'm finding some flaws or holes in the list because some of these date options have to be dependent upon what's available in your area.
True.
So I'm thinking about like the Berg right now. Like some of these places, that's the only place you can go.
That's true.
Like as far as like first date requirements. If we talking DC, Atlanta, Miami, and you got all those different options, then I understand some of these things is on this list. But if I'm in a rural town, and Red Lobster, Applebee's, and Fridays is all I got, we going to one of these places for a first date.
I feel it.
Take it to the Red Shoe down in the Bird.
I mean, there's places, but some people may not. Well, let's get through the list and we'll tap back. We'll tap back in.
A buffet. Now, I actually would say this: you got your options. Okay, you can go get whatever you want to get. But I can understand, you don't want to take shorty to a buffet because you trying to have a conversation, and the next thing you know, hey, I need to go refill my plate real quick, and you cut off in the middle of the conversation.
Okay, carry on.
So y'all cool on the first date being a buffet?
I'm gonna let you get through the list. And then
IHOP, probably not a good first date for grown adults, but again, college students, it's a good place to get to know people.
Sure.
Starbucks, I disagree.
Coffee date.
Coffee date. I do agree. I think coffee dates are good dates to have. Because that way you're not too distracted by food. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like this individual, you didn't spend a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Everybody likes Starbucks, or at least the majority of the people that I know like Starbucks. And Starbucks is crazy expensive. So
$6 coffee, wildly expensive.
It is wild expensive. Ice cream date. First of all, that's ridiculous.
What?
Going on an ice cream. Like, I think the idea that an ice cream date on the first date is a bad idea. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
It is
you
a great
learn a
idea.
lot about an individual, about what they get as far as like that ice cream.
sure.
Are you a plain vanilla? Do you like cookies and cream?
Need it because I know that I'm a fiend. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
That was good. Family function. This is one, I don't know, a long drive.
That's not a date.
No, it's something that requires a long drive.
Yes.
So we going, say for instance, like we going to going to do an activity, but it's
And
a
the
long
drive
drive.
is long.
So you live in one of those rural
And
areas
we driving to
and you try and go to Richmond
to go to
you know what I'm saying?
a date.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a good first date. You're in the car. There's no other distractions. You can find out what a person likes to listen to.
I think I know why they're saying that though.
Why?
Because if the date is a long drive and I don't like the date and I want to leave,
Yeah, now you stuck.
now I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Or I got to depend on you to get back to whatever. And then if I don't want to leave, I got to Uber myself. That's a long situation. It could be expensive.
That's
it
a
could
good
go
point.
sideways.
All right.
It can go sideways.
Long
Okay.
drive.
A nightclub. I think that's a bad first date. I think it's a place to meet someone, but a bad first date. There's no interaction other than dancing, drinks, music.
I don't know about that though. I don't know about that because
First date?
No, what I'm saying is it's like just like I'm sure y'all have done in the past. Me and my crew going to such and such, pull up, hang out with us. We got a VIP, whatever. You getting a different level of service than just going to a
And standing
nightclub.
around with
We could be in the VIP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
VIP is good.
Doing what we do. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And it's not like a regular. We standing in the corner.
Right.
And you know what I mean, make it rain, come on, and so I think it's levels. It's levels.
Yeah, the only drawback I get is if you in the VIP and someone is more vippier than you, and then your girl slide off with the more vippier person.
Well, that's the
I
risk
ain't got
that you
nothing to do
take.
with that because then
But
you
what I'm
standing in the
saying
VIP and you look down and you like,
But what I'm saying, right? What I'm saying is though a lot of this list is pre-notioned on assuming what a man's status is.
yeah,
And that's the issue that I have.
Yeah.
Because I could go take you to a nightclub. We ain't waiting in nobody's line. We going straight up. I know the owner. I got my VIP locked down. You know what I'm saying? I go in, giving you an experience you never had. So how can you discount something that you don't know the status
Exactly.
or if it's based on the assumption of one's status? Because that whole list is a preceptor to what they think one's status is, and they think they're above something when they really don't know what somebody may have or have access to.
That's actually really good. That's really good.
and you might only be worth Denny's.
You feel me?
You might only be worth IHOP.
We don't know.
I don't know you yet,
And I
or
saw,
maybe
if
I
I
talked to you
can't-
throughout the week
if
and
you-
figured out what type of person you are, and now I'm like,
Right.
she ain't worth what I had planned. So I'm
If I can't
Right.
trust you to be faithful over the little things,
come on now.
right.
how can I expect you to cherish the big things?
And I saw this one video of this one girl was like, well, I need to know your status on our first date,
Right.
because I'm bringing everything that I have. You know,
What are you bringing?
Well,
and this is what she said. My makeup is $400 for
That's
a
your
you thing.
problem.
for my eyeliner is this.
That's
That's
your problem.
anything.
And actually, I want to go ahead and relieve some people in saying this. You don't know if he's worth all that stuff.
Right. My
Go ahead.
McQueen's $590.
You know what
My
I'm saying?
jeans $200.
You
My
know,
haircut
My
$100.
haircut $50.
you know what I'm saying? So if don't necessarily put all your trump cards on the first
And
date,
that's what I'm saying.
on the first date.
That's
You know
what I'm saying.
So if you got $400 concealer, go ahead and get the Walmart $20.
No, I'm not
No,
saying
no,
first
no.
date.
I'm not telling her to stop buying what she
yeah,
buying.
do what you do.
That's just your problem.
right. That's a you thing.
Don't be basing my status on if I can afford Joe makeup.
I'm trying
Right.
to give. I was trying to give him an out.
No, you was about to go
No,
down
no,
the
no,
wrong
you was about-
path.
yeah,
You
you
was about to go
right.
down
You
the
about
wrong
to go
path.
down-
ladies.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you
yeah,
about to go
yeah.
down the wrong path.
Yeah. Keep
Because
buying
I'm not
what you
gonna tell
buying.
you what not to do for you.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, if we chopping it up, you obviously have some interest in me, maybe. Because a lot of females just go out to eat. They ain't interested in at all.
Yeah.
They just want, somebody take them out to eat, whatever, because all they go do, take pictures and post, they meal, this, that, and the third, whatever. But if you have a interest in me, where we are dining or what we do shouldn't necessarily be an end all be all.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Because if I'm bringing my A game or whatever, so I can showcase this is who I am, this is what I bring to the table, you should be able to do the same. And what we break bread or what we do shouldn't really be that big of an issue, in my opinion.
I like that. Mel, what you got to add to that?
No, I was gonna agree. And I was just saying, like, sometimes women think, like, based on that list, because it's all, like Lay said, based on status, but immediately all those things to me give off what the women would say broke boy energy.
Right,
So they looking
right.
at, like, oh, if you taking me to these places, you broke.
Yeah.
And I want a bag man. I'm
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to find me a bag man. It's not giving bag man. So I'm not interested in these situations. But women don't realize that if I've had that interaction with you for a week, like we talked about going out on Friday or something, ain't no plans on what we doing been solidified. Say I get the number on Sunday. We text a little bit. By Monday, we didn't agree. Friday, we going out.
Yeah.
Based on how our conversations go from Monday to Friday, I could change
What
my
you got
date
planned.
plan
Yeah.
could have been, because I may find out, oh, she a bird
Mhm.
on the low. She only worried about the bread
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
whatever.
Sure.
So I may change my plan on what I may want to execute, because now I see where your head at.
Right.
Now I'm only in it for the buns and fun. So I might, you know what I'm saying? I might not take you to Roof Chris or wherever else I might have wanted
Yeah.
to, let you know I can do, because I didn't identify, hey, I ain't gonna be here for
BNF.
You know what I'm
First of
saying?
all,
BNF.
Roof Chris is at this current status of where I am.
Right. I feel that.
It's celebratory. You feel me?
Nah, that's a Monday night.
No, it's
That's
Oh,
a
it's
Monday
regular
night.
for y'all?
Oh yeah. That's,
yeah.
yeah.
Come on. yeah. Come on. Now. Hey, I'm not saying I got it like that, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's gonna piss me off if I take you to Roof Chris and you order a steak well done
Yeah, come
I'm
on
getting
now.
up and leaving.
We out.
So we talking about
We out.
levels and status.
And to be totally
That's what
honest
I'm
with you, to be totally honest with you, once you get to that level and Ruth Chris becomes Monday night, you realize that steak is really trash.
right.
Once you've been to better establishments,
yes,
you're
you
right,
like, yo,
right.
this,
Right.
It's
you
not
like
really
this.
good.
It's not that. It's not what it. You know
and
what I'm
the
saying?
other thing too that I found intriguing about this list, because I actually did some polling throughout the week, just, you know what I mean, what y'all think about this kind of thing or whatever. And what gets me is they will put a list out and say, don't take me here. But if you respond with, well, have you been there? Ruth Chris, Fleming's, Capitol Grill,
Yeah.
those kind of places. Oh no, I've never been there before. So how the hell you go tell me this is beneath you?
And
you ain't never been.
But your cultural palate ain't there. And
Come
that's
on
what
now.
I'm basing it off of.
Come on
that's
now.
what I'm basing it off
Come on now.
Your cultural palate.
You got it.
And you know when somebody ain't never been nowhere because they take a picture
And
where
that-
when they get there. If
You
you
see what-
taking
you see
pictures,
what
well, y'all listen to me real quick, yo.
Look at the
Listen to
camera.
me real quick, yo. I know what type of person and I know what type of level you on if you got to take a picture of where you eating, bro. If you got
Yes.
to take a picture at the restaurant, if you got to take a picture of the food, if you got to, I know you ain't never been nowhere.
Right.
You ain't never been nowhere because if you been there, what's that saying we used to have in sports? Nigga score, you get too much celebration.
Yeah,
act
yeah.
like you been here before.
Act like you
Yeah,
been here.
act
Act like you been here before.
Act
You
like
ain't been here before. Come
Right.
on, baby. I'm not taking you here. You not.
Finish
Come
with the
on,
other
bro.
list.
Come on now.
What else
You
on the
have
list?
not done it yet.
You ain't done it.
We pretty much exhausted this list. There is another list though.
So we got what? Sport events?
Sport event. Now, sport events.
Sporting events can be a thing. I don't
Yes.
know why that's a bad date.
Yes, it can be
That's
thing.
a thing. I don't know why that's a bad date.
Bad first date.
Bad first date. Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing.
Getting to know somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's back up real quick. What is the purpose of a first date? Let's start there.
Well, the purpose is to have time with someone that you have been talking to, whatever.
Sure.
To get to know them at some level.
Yes.
And to determine if this is something that you want to continue exploring.
Right.
Very simple.
Yes.
So if I know that you like the Charlotte Hornets, basketball season kicking
Thanks.
off or whatever, I know you a basketball fan. Hey, yo, I got tickets to the Hornets game. You want to pull up with me? That's not a bad
Yeah.
first date
Come on now.
because it's a commonality that y'all both share at some point. You would be surprised how many people, like I said, individuals who made this list, how many women or even men who ain't never been to a professional game.
I was just
so
about to say
it's
that.
still an experience that you've never had.
That's exactly the word I was going to use.
It's still an experience. You say you want to put time and energy into something and show effort. Well, that is effort. If I know you ain't never done that before, that's effort.
Two things. I'm inviting you into something I like. That's first of all.
Something
I'm
you say you also like.
Including you in something that I like.
Yeah.
I'm providing you with an experience that you probably have never had before.
Yeah.
Or you have maybe been to a game, but you sat in section 400.
Well,
I
I'm
got
on
you
the
on the
floor.
floor. I got you on the floor. I got you on the floor. I got you at
You feel
Troy.
me?
Troy like, hey, nah.
Hey, let's
Troy like
okay. Let me hold on. I got you in section 200. You might have been in 400. I got you in 200.
You see what I'm saying? Like
But
it's
an
so many
experience,
levels, bruh.
And there's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else that you can do that you can add to your list. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't on your dime.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. This list is some of the stuff
It's
on that list is trash.
It's definitely trash.
Now there's another list that has been shared with us.
Do the other list.
Now the first list was created. I think it was created from a woman's point of view towards men.
Right.
Right, trying to give us advice. Now this is a list that's sounds like from a man towards women trying to give some ideas. Okay, but it's not necessarily talking about dating. It's talking about quality.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it starts off by saying type of women high quality men don't want.
Okay.
All right.
Say that again.
Type of women that high quality men don't want.
Okay.
All right. Now, I don't know. This is my first time reading this list.
I got you.
And I also want to let everybody know we didn't create any of these
We
lists.
did not. We ain't create none of it.
We are just the messengers.
Yeah.
Don't shoot us.
Hey, I ain't scared of y'all. I don't care what's on this list. If I agree, I'm gonna say something.
Now,
I ain't make the list, but if I agree, I'm gonna say it.
The first one I wholly agree with. I can understand. The first one is women that stay high.
Women that stay high.
Stay
I
high.
don't want no smoking. Period.
I got okay. I can
Cigs,
support that.
weed. I don't give a damn what it is. I don't want no
got you.
smoking.
Yeah, I've been around situations before, and it's never a good thing.
I don't want no smoker, bro.
If you have to live a life where you have to stay high, I understand. Let's go ahead and put, because the second one is stay drunk too.
Mm.
So let's go ahead and put both of them together. If you have to stay outside of your sober mind all the time, then there's something that needs to be addressed. You know what I'm saying?
Imbalanced.
And there's an imbalance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you can't, if you like to have a drink on the weekend, you like smoke on the weekend, I mean, we might be able to work.
Moderation.
Moderation. You know what I'm saying? I understand. But high quality men, according to this list, you staying high, you staying drunk, that's not something that a high quality man wants. Anything before we move on to the next one?
I can understand that. Yeah. I agree with that.
Now the third one, this is new one. This is new. This is a new concept. So we can tell you how long when this list came out. The third one is high quality men do not want women that have or have had a BBL.
Interesting. I don't personally care about that. You know what I'm saying?
My man's face. Now, did y'all see Madonna just recently? First of all, Madonna
got a BBL?
She got a BBL, bro.
I ain't seen that.
That joint, she looked like a queen bee. She looked like an ant.
For real?
She looked like an ant, bro. I mean, thin legs, about as thin as this cord right here.
Dragging a wagon?
I think that's the distinction. That's the distinction. Because if you don't have the thighs to match,
it's gotta match.
It's gotta match. And that's what I'm saying, because I've seen a couple BBLs that I was like,
I need a monochromatic look. I need a monochromatic look. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so
that's what I need.
Let's even say this, because hold on, break down monochromatic.
I need a monochromatic look. That's my go-to. You know what I'm saying? So
men do not care about fake body parts, by the way. We really don't, as long as it looks good. If it look good, we don't care about the fake body parts.
I do kind of care.
You care about fake body parts.
I do.
But if it looked good, you wouldn't even know if it was fake body parts.
I think that's for me. If it looks natural,
yes, then
I'm
it's
good.
fine.
But if your titties up to your neck, like
with no bra,
that's not for me.
With no bra,
that's not for me. It's not for me.
Like the lip injections, the cheekbone injections, like it's gotten to a point of where some of these women have realized, and I'm talking about celebrities specifically, have realized like, yo, we was kind of wild.
Body dysmorphia.
And they went ahead, they just like
took it away.
The Kardashians took it out. Black China took hers out.
K Michelle,
they all took theirs out. And then there's like,
and the thing is, K Michelle was yammy before the BBL.
Oh, I'm not aware.
She was straight. She was already straight.
And she went up a size on and the BBL.
She took it out. Yeah. She said it was causing her a problem, like medical problem.
Yeah, you dragging that motherfucker around everywhere.
Oh, now I don't necessarily know if I agree with this. Specifically, now here's the question: what does high quality man mean?
Right.
I guess are we talking about
that's subjective to who you are?
Yes, an establishment, because you can be high quality at different stages. You know,
For
you can be
sure.
a high quality,
have high moral quality.
High moral quality, because this one right here says a woman with a high quality man does not want a woman with roommates. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
A high quality man don't want a woman with roommates.
Correct.
If we just met and that's her living situation, why would that bother me? Like, a lot of people have roommates. Like, I'm trying to say money, she could be building towards something like.
Right. But just like with this list and the other list, if you chopping it up with Shorty and she say, I got roommates, whatever, and you know that's not what you desire, if you define yourself as a high quality man, then you move on. You don't engage in that because that is your preference.
I'm thinking of, if I'm really a high quality man, if Shorty got all the other intangibles that I care about, her living situation wouldn't bother me because I'm high quality. I could get her out of the roommate situation.
See, I'm not taking it that route.
I'm just saying, like, if I'm locking it, like, if I'm gonna lock it down, or if I'm here for a long time, not just a good time, the roommate thing wouldn't be a play, because eventually she's gonna move into my space.
Right, I understand that, but like I said, you would have to make that decision up front, because that's one of your, according to this list, distinguishing factors. So you would have to decide, she got all the other intangibles, this is one that she does not. Do I still want to pursue that in a way where I can get her out of that situation at some point? So that's a you thing. That's why I say all these lists, it boils down to you and what you want and desire.
Big facts. Now, I do believe there are some areas in which we can agree on.
Now, if she 40 plus with a roommate, at this big age,
Okay, yeah.
then I'm I mean, like I'm probably good
What
on
if
that.
her roommate is her son? Or
That's
her
not a
No,
daughter?
that's not what they
roommate.
talking about.
Yeah, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. That's not what it is.
That's not what they talking about.
But what if? I mean,
Roommates is wild to me. I just don't understand.
Roommates
I just
are
don't
two
understand what that has to
adults.
do with thing.
It
has to do with
based
anything.
upon what I would say.
sure.
Two adults who have no relationship to one another other than friendship or whatever.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. The next one is a high quality man does not want a woman that is a nail or lash tech.
That's lies.
They be making
That's a
bank,
lie.
bro.
Yeah, they do make
They
bank.
make
I'm not even
money.
talking about the bank. I just a high quality. I'm just low level men, high quality men, whatever. Men don't really, unless it's something like sex work or something like that. Men usually do not care about a woman's
Right.
profession. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
what we
Because
use.
you could be an entrepreneur. You could start a lash line, whatever.
Right,
She
right,
can
right.
own the salon. Like we
there's
don't really care
layers.
about the
There's
profession.
layers.
So I think that's ridiculous.
There's layers.
I've
I've seen high quality men pull somebody out of a fast food restaurant just because she had all the other stuff.
braiders nowadays are charging $250 just
Oh,
for
But it's not
straight
about the
backs.
bag. They
just
judging
for
the
straight
profession.
backs, bro.
They judging the profession. It's not about the money.
I agree with this.
A
one.
high quality man did not make this list. I'll tell you that much. I'm listening to the list, and I can tell you a high quality man did not make that list.
Well, he might have hit the nail on the head with this next one. A high quality man does not want a woman that has with an OnlyFans or does sex work.
Any man does not, for the most part, does not want their woman to have OnlyFans or woman that they're interested in have OnlyFans or do sex work. That's in general. That's not high value. I mean, high quality, obviously, because you ain't about to be embarrassing me.
Right.
Because if
right.
I'm high quality in the sense that when people use high quality, they're usually talking about social status or bread. So if
Mhm.
it's either one of those things, if I got social status, obviously you can't be embarrassing me with your OnlyFans, or if I am that,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't be connected with you. And then if I got bread, I'm not about to let you ruin my bread
Yeah.
with your antics on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
And let's just be honest, only a small percentage of the women that's on OnlyFans make all that bread
Mhm.
that people be talking about. The rest of them barely scraping by.
He put them all in this one category, didn't he?
What? For real? I mean, look. All right.
I don't know too much about
Everybody with
Educate
OnlyFans
me.
not making bread. Like
Right,
it's,
I agree with
people
that.
be like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna do OnlyFans. I'm gonna just make some quick bread." Everybody
No,
not
because
making
you
bread.
do have to have a certain amount of followers, like all
Right.
of that kind of
and
stuff.
people
that
got to
you
want
can
to buy
tap
what you
into.
selling and all that
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
not making bread just because
Yeah.
they got an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So you could be making an OnlyFans, putting yourself out there for no bread at all.
For no bread.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
And be a real. Go to the strip club like everybody else.
But see, that's the thing. Some people don't want to go to the strip club because it's public. You can be seen, all that type of stuff. So you do it from the comfort of your home.
First of all, OnlyFans is more public than the strip club. Because I go to the strip club, see Destiny. I would never know that she a student at UNCG with a 4.0
Unless I
GPA.
know her personally.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying. So you can mask the strip club piece better than, in my opinion, the only because then you have to market your OnlyFans. Where you go market it at?
On your
On the
Instagram.
socials.
media.
You know
On
what
your
I'm
social.
saying?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got
yeah.
to because
So,
you got to drive the traffic.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's again layers.
Come on.
Sidebar real quick. Have y'all been hearing the news about a lot of teachers doing OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Yes.
And losing their job.
That's wild, bro. It's and I'm more so saying it's wild that just how our economy is set up. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you have to resort to doing a side gig. I mean, first of all, everybody got a gig and a side gig. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a gig and a side gig. You got a gig and a side gig. I don't know. You got a gig and a side gig?
This is my side gig.
This is your side gig. So yes, we all got gigs.
But I do this because I enjoy it.
what if they do it because they enjoy it?
They
because
might
they
enjoy
have a
it.
thing.
Yeah.
Then we talk about last episode. Some people got the
Yeah.
got
Well,
the
y'all
thing.
tried to go against me. We had this conversation kind of before where I was talking about how women, like not just women, but I'm gonna use women because that's what we're talking about right now, want attention. Y'all was like, how you know people want attention? How you know people want? Some people just want attention.
Yeah.
Some people just like to be desired,
we
like
go
for people
against
to
you
be
on that
into.
one?
it.
What did
We
we
was talking
say?
about the whole Kiki Palmer thing. We talking about bathing suits and people want attention.
Kiki,
and all
do
that
you
type of stuff.
love me?
And y'all was like, how y'all know they just want attention? They want attention. Like
I didn't say that.
Be
I
honest
think that
with
was. I think that was.
I don't even remember what
I
I,
don't
said.
yeah, I
remember.
know.
I say a lot.
I be
That's so
remembering.
crazy. We've done so many episodes.
I say a lot.
I be
We be
remembering.
like, we be watching these episodes like, Bray, I didn't remember what I said. that."
Some people just want the attention, and some people are doing it because of the lies that they're getting told from other people who are doing OnlyFans about how much bread they make, how much they make a month, and they are not making that amount of money. So then someone who in a situation or struggling, now I'm a teacher who I can't get by on my income. I'm listening to these hoes on Instagram talk about, oh, I got 40 grand a month from Dada and they ain't got no damn, you know what I'm saying? So then I jump on OnlyFans thinking I'm gonna get the bread. Not only do I not get the bread, now my assets is out there.
And now you lost your job.
And now I lost my job. So now I lost my main joint and this OnlyFans thing ain't kicking
But my
up.
question is to Troy's example. Who is discovering these teachers have an OnlyFans?
That's
The
the
students and
point. Oh yeah,
It's the students and
okay.
stuff.
Word.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
You out there.
because these students be on. I mean,
Oh no, I know that, but I'm just okay. All right.
Granted, I don't know what having OnlyFans has to do with your teaching.
I don't
know.
nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
But I'm just,
You can teach me arithmetic. You
Come
know
on.
what I'm saying?
I'm just saying. I just don't know why that would cause someone to lose their,
Right.
you know, lose their job.
Well,
as
you
a
know we
teacher.
live in that culture now.
I know,
you
but I'm
can't
just
do
saying.
that. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
it's
But-
ridiculous.
it's yeah.
What else on the list?
Now this kind of ties in with the OnlyFans sex work type of thing. Maybe not. I don't know. But a high quality man does not want a woman with Cash App in her bio.
Cash App in her bio.
Yeah, the Cash App to a link to her Cash App in her bio.
I can see that.
Okay.
I can see
How
that.
do y'all feel about when people's birthdays come up and they make a post and they like, hey, if you want to donate, here go my Cash App. How do y'all
Yeah,
feel about that?
Hey, y'all some broke hoes, yo.
Mel own one today.
He is,
He
yo.
own one today,
he
bro.
he got a lot of energy behind this.
Oh, my mama.
He got a lot of energy behind
Y'all
this.
some broke hoes. yo. Not hoes and just the women, the niggas too. Y'all some broke hoes. yo. Putting your cash out. You begging, bro. Don't be don't be out here begging, bro.
Don't be a beggar.
Don't be out here begging. If we decide to bless you, we bless you. But don't be out here begging, talking about it's my birthday, put some on my Cash App. Hey, man.
So I can go to Cheesecake Factory.
Hey, man, come on now.
Because to be for real, all you got to do is go to Cash App and search my name if I'm in there. And then text me and be like, hey, man, I sent
And you
something.
got my phone number.
And you got my
Put
phone
phone-
number.
Right,
Just
yeah.
put it in there.
Yeah.
Come on now. People you never talked to. I remember you didn't even like my last post talking about put some Cash Up on my
Yeah.
birthday. Happy birthday, nigga.
Right.
This is as much as you gonna get from me. Talking about put something on my Cash App.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Whenever I see that, I feel my skin crawls, but it be people that I be knowing and I be loving, and I just be like, hey, happy birthday, bro. Send.
Well, it also shows too. It's not about the relationship. It's transactional. They just looking for something.
Yeah.
Now I have, and I prefer to do this. When my birthday was maybe a few years ago, like a cousin was like, "Hey, bro, I want to bless you. What's your Cash App?"
Yeah, that's different.
That's
what's up.
different.
That's
He
what's
reached
up.
out and asked
Yeah.
you.
My homeboy, a couple years ago, his birthday came out. I was like, "Man, what's your Cash App? Send it to me real quick." I send it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people have to want to desire to want to do it themselves. But I do understand this concept of if I don't put it out there, then it won't happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No. No.
But
Don't be out here begging.
I agree.
Let me
with that.
just say it. Don't be out here begging.
Yeah,
If they bless you, they bless you. If they don't, whatever you get,
but you
be
begging from
blessed and be-
strangers. You might as well
It's
be on the corner
strangers, bro. That's what I'm
panhandling at that
saying.
point.
And if I gave you something for your birthday, I know a lot of people who would do this. You put your Cash App out there. I gave you something for your birthday. Then their birthday come around, and then they put their Cash App, but you don't give them nothing. It's just, or you do. It's just you just passing money back
That's
and
all,
forth.
That's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. What's next on the list, man?
Now, how y'all feel about this? A person with face or neck tats.
I'm all for the tats.
Oh
Yeah, I have a
yeah,
problem with
I
that.
forgot about that.
I don't
I'm
have a
all for
problem
the
with
tats.
Oh,
that.
that's right. You got tattoos too.
Yeah, I don't have a
Sometimes
problem
the
with
more the better for me. So
that. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
I'm anti.
you're anti-tats.
I'm not anti-tat. I've flirted with the idea of getting some myself, but I don't know. I don't know if I like it on.
I do.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna let it be a something to hold you back. You know what I'm saying? But if you got somebody's name written across, you know what I'm saying, whatever, it's like, hey, that's a no.
That wouldn't bother me. I don't care. That's in the past.
How do you know it's in the past? They ain't covered it up yet.
I don't need you to cover it up. I don't care.
I'm gonna cover it up. Pause. I shouldn't have said that. I was wild.
I mean, I really
ain't
wouldn't
no pause.
care.
I ain't no pause.
I
about
really
that.
wouldn't care.
Talk more.
No, it was a sexual innuendo.
I knew it was. I want you to say more. All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
I shouldn't have said
Women that have nothing but require a man with everything.
that's everybody.
Yeah, that's
That's
fact.
everybody.
Yeah, That's
That's
not
a,
gender.
I'm not taking you to Ruth Chris if you've never been there before.
That's
If
not.
you can't pay for it on your own without me taking you, I'm not taking you.
Women who eat at spots with grass on the wall.
That's most of the restaurants. I mean, that's just the flavor of most of the restaurants.
Let me run through these real quick. I forgot. Women who listen to SZA.
No, because I listen to SZA.
I don't really. I've heard SZA songs.
Okay,
but I'm not,
and we talked about BBLs earlier.
Okay.
That was a BBL that I thought the doctor did a good job.
very well.
I don't know who SZA is, bro. I really don't.
Yeah,
I thought she was a member of Wu-Tang Clan when she first came out.
No,
Because I was like,
I Just Killed My Ex, right? Didn't she do that joint? Was that SZA? Yeah, I Just Killed My Ex.
I really don't know who she is.
And that album was straight too. Her last album was straight.
Yeah, it was.
Bartenders and
She does
strippers.
have a lot of sad songs though. It's like very.
She got a lot of
a lot of
songs.
sadness in her experience.
I like the song that her and Drake did together. I think it flowed well on the album. I hated that they made that like one of their singles and made it seem like, oh, y'all gonna like this. I'm like, bro, Slime on You, I believe is what it is. But I was like, hey, bro, I want bars.
I like that drink.
I do like it as a song on the album, but when they
You know, it's funny. SZA gotten more hype since she got her BBL.
Yeah, but she was also one who said she would never do that.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean.
I am not too familiar
Things
with her.
change,
I need to get up on her catalog.
Seasons and Reasons.
Seasons and Reasons. Bartenders and strippers.
Strippers, no. Bartenders, no problem with.
I don't think I have an issue with either.
I have an issue with strippers. I don't have an issue with them. Like,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I'm being for real. I don't have an issue with them and you know the stripping and that's a job choice. I'm talking about if it was like relationship wise, because I don't want everybody to have access to my person. Like I don't care if it's money involved or not.
But just like Players Club, I'm just here to dance. What's the?
Nah,
what's
niggas be taking it too far.
And just
Nah,
like Players
taking it too
Club,
far.
people take it too
Be
far.
taking it
But
too
that
far.
was in the wrong. She wasn't in the wrong.
But
that's the point, though.
That happens, ladies. We've been trying to tell you this for forever. When you put yourself in the lion's den, you gonna get bit.
That could happen. I'm not saying that, but I'm not going to say I can't explore a relationship with this person because they are a bartender or a stripper.
Used
That's
to be
all
a
I'm
stripper and active stripper, two different things.
Very
if
true.
she used to be a stripper at one point in her life, could live with. Actively stripping right now, no can.
Used to strip. She know the Lord now, and she only,
saying. So she was a reformed stripper.
she only twerked for Jesus and me.
Oh, okay.
I'm
got
with
you.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. Bartender basically means you know
I don't
how
care
to listen.
dancing. I just ain't no man about to be sitting around grabbing on my wife's ass and titties all day, and then she come home to me and stuff like that. Come on, bro.
If she come with that,
titties and nipples,
if she come with that snakeskin duffel
Nah,
bag,
I
full of
don't care about that, bro. I don't care about that. Nah, hell no. I don't care about that, bro. All money ain't good money.
All right,
I feel that.
All right, man. Women without a bank account. First of all,
I concur.
First, you're
I
not
concur.
even an adult for that. Women with a criminal record. I don't think that's an issue.
I don't-
Not an
yeah,
issue for me.
I don't think it's an
That's
issue.
fine.
You can't. I mean, basically, it just says we can't put nothing in your name.
or you might not be able to vote.
you might not be able to vote.
I
with.
mean, I could vote for both of us, so it's fine.
Right, exactly. And the last one that was on this list: women who can't afford themselves.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Mhm.
I don't understand it. I
So
don't understand
with the
that.
man. This list
This is not
more-
a high value
Yeah,
man
right,
list.
yeah,
I'm
that's-
telling you,
that's not a
whoever
great-
made this is not a high value man. Whoever made this list is not a high value man.
Yes.
Some of the stuff that's in here, I hear insecure man who's on his way to something, but I don't hear high value in none of this list.
But the thing is, with both of these lists, all subjective,
They are.
all based upon maybe one individual's lived experience.
Big facts.
But again, you have your opinion and you have your preference, and that's what people need to.
You know what I didn't see on any one of these lists? Teeth. You got to have quality fronts.
bruh.
I got to have quality fronts.
Bruh.
Yeah,
Speaking of teeth,
yeah,
because this just brought me up. I was watching Catfish last night,
yeah.
and it pissed me off. And I'm gonna tell you why.
First
it
of
pissed
all,
me
who
off.
watches Catfish?
Listen, nigga, look.
They still coming out with episodes of Catfish.
That's how you know. That's how you know you washed, though. That's how you know you washed. On a Friday night, you at the crib watching Catfish and getting mad because a nigga got catfish.
Look, it was the teeth. It was the teeth. So look, I was watching Cap. It was late. Everything was off. Well, nothing on TV. So I was watching Catfish. It was on demand, and they still make episodes. Shorty was on this joint the whole hour trying to find this that she ain't been able to communicate with. You know how Catfish go. Someone been talking to a person they can't find. They trying to connect. Well, it turns out the that she was talking to was actually the that she was talking to the whole time. She was spent the whole hour talking about how much she loved this dude, how much he been there for her through tough times and this. And she met the nigga while she was engaged to somebody else. Doing this whole process, right? Talking about how all this stuff. He been avoiding seeing her. He could have met her. He been avoiding seeing her because he was missing most of his front teeth. Because he had gotten into a fight and they knocked his teeth out in the fight. As like he got attacked. So he was self-conscious about the teeth. Yeah. He kept trying to buy time because he's trying to save money to get his teeth fixed.
Right.
So he kept trying not to meet her. So she was doing all this talk about how amazing the dude was. He tracked all these things that women say they want. Soon as they met up and she saw that it was him, he opened his mouth to talk. And that smile that was on her face went closed. So then all of a sudden, it went from I love this dude to I think we just better off as friends.
Oh, wow.
You know, I'm not really in that space where I feel like I should be pursuing relationships and stuff like that. So then Neve and Cammy is confused. They like, you was saying the whole hour, like, what the hell are you talking about?
You know the names of the hosts.
Like, hey, you just spent the whole couple, for them is days. Like, you just spent all these days telling us you like, and what the hell the problem? So Cammy pulled her to the side, like, it's the teeth, ain't it? So she just like, she knew, because she like, it's the teeth, ain't it? She like, yeah, it's the teeth hard to get past. I'm sitting here like, you raggedy. I'm at the house like, you done said this man was a good dude. Like, all the stuff that you talking about, now you like, oh, his teeth is a problem. Right. His teeth is a problem. And I looked at her, she want nothing to look at. I mean, for me, I wouldn't give her 2 looks if I seen her on the street. Yeah. And I'm like, if you was all that, you wouldn't even be in this catfishing situation. So now you got somebody that's for you. And then on top of that, she lied to him and told him her name was something else. She told him her name was Tara. That's not her real name. Yeah. So this nigga actually in love with her, went and got her name tattooed on his neck.
That's what I just said, bro.
He showed up with her fake name tattooed on his neck. And she worried about teeth. I said, this raggedy.
Yo, but that's almost like the other. I don't know if y'all saw the post where Shorty said that she had just moved to Atlanta. She had got an apartment and she started talking to this dude, met him on the app, whatever. They kicking it for a couple weeks and she ordered new furniture. So she asked him like, yo, do you know anybody, a handyman that can put my furniture together, whatever? And he was like, well, I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I do this for a living, whatever. So they agreed on a price as to what she would pay him to put the furniture together. Now, granted, they just kicking it, yada, yada, yada. Dude show up to the crib, put the furniture together. They end up kicking it, having some time together, whatever. He was like, well, I'd like to take you out. You know what I'm saying? And she agreed like, oh, you cool. I would like to go out with you or whatever. So after he leaves, he's like, so before they actually met, she was like, well, send me your Zelle information. I'll Zelle you the bread or whatever. So he leaves or whatever. He set the date up, whatever. And he was like, well, are you gonna shoot me the bread for she said he put a desk and a bed or something together. So she get on IG or whatnot talking about she ghosted him because she thought it was tacky that he asked for the bread that they had already agreed upon.
She agreed to give
the
him
service
money
that he provided.
Right.
Talking about, if you want to date me, why would you ask me for the bread that
we agreed to?
Yo, you can't make it up.
You can't make this stuff up, man.
You can't make it up. Yeah, teeth do matter, but
I'm not saying teeth don't matter. The issue was she said all these things about how he was, and then all of a sudden, because of his teeth.
So what do you base substance over preference? Because he, like you said, he can get his teeth fixed. He had a situation.
Teeth could have been fixed.
He had a situation. I mean, hell, she could be in a situation where she get her fronts knocked out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden,
you're right.
Oh man, what's the moral, man? We've been talking on this for a minute.
I think.
Talk about my daddy's watch.
My daddy's watch. What that girl that was here earlier? What girl? Yeah, whatever. Just start choking next time I go up in here. That's what girl.
I think, Lace, you hit the nail right on the head. Is that our preferences are subjective.
Very much so.
They are very so much subjective, and just because what's your trash is definitely someone else's treasure,
For sure.
and what's your treasure is someone else's trash.
Yeah.
So let's just let people like what they like, do what they do, keep it to yourself.
Right. But don't come in my neck saying that, don't categorize me because I didn't do what you think all men or whatever should do, because then that's when we gonna have a problem. Now I got to start talking about you in a particular way. So, you know what I mean? That's just what it is.
And we wouldn't have talked about this topic unless someone brought it up.
Exactly. You know
and
what I
now
mean?
we gotta
It
talk
make no
about
sense.
it.
gotta talk about it.
You worry about my teeth and your stomach tucked down in your pants. Come on, now. What the hell are we talking about right now? Come on now.
Was her stomach?
Yes. Pissing me off. That joint pissed me off.
You showing up in a Spanx girdle
Yeah.
and you
Oh my
mad
God,
at me.
I'm not mad at my teeth. You can control that. You could have been done something about that.
Yeah.
Hey, it sounded like the catfish was two ways. Both
Yeah,
of them got catfish.
They both got catfish. This crying on TV, by the way.
Oh, my
I was
God.
like, hey, he got it.
So you watched the whole episode?
Yeah, I watched the whole episode. I had to see how it ended.
I am glad, bro. We wrap it up. I'm so glad I didn't fall for that internet type love thing. You know what I'm saying? Like having to meet somebody far away that I ain't never engaged with. You know what I'm saying? Like and enduring what these catfish people got to, old fashioned. Met somebody, talk to them.
Well, I think most of the people on Catfish, for lack of better words, are idiots.
This has been the Melodies Podcast. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Until next time.
Hey, we out, yo.
Peace.